just seeing myself on the camera there, and look as though I'm auditioning for a fucking part in E17. So, apologies for that bit of cringe-worthy stuff at the start there, just a bit of laugh. Also, apologies for the oversized hoodie, but it is absolutely brassic here. But not to worry, we'll move on. So we're back with the next video, the match preview of our trip to Swansea, where we face a team, you know, pretty much like ourselves in a decent run of form. Swansea are managed by Michael Duff, who's only managed 3 teams in his short managerial career, but before that as a player, he clocked up over 720 appearances for only 2 clubs, 337 appearances for Cheltenham and 383 appearances for Burnley. So vastly experienced, and he's kind of transferred that across into his managerial career. He managed Cheltenham from 2018 to 2022, won the League 2 Championship in 2020-21. That then got him a move to Barnsley. From 2022 to 2023, did quite well with them, and then when Russell Martin left to join Southampton, he gets the Swansea job in June this year, and so far he's got a record at Swansea of played 16, won 6, drew 4, lost 7, with a win percentage of 38%, so not bad. You know, he's still a young manager, making his name in the game, and he's already got a championship job, so, you know, fair play to him, he's doing a good job with them. Recent form wise, like I say, they've won 5 of the last 7 games. They did lose them 2, like I've just said, to Leicester and Watford, but then they went and beat Blackburn at Ewood Park 1 at the weekend. Prior to that, they'd won the previous 4. They beat Sheffield, Millwall, Norwich and Plymouth. They currently sit 13th in the league, 4 points and 5 places behind us at the moment. But the league's that tight, you know, a couple of results could sharp change out of that. They have struggled at home this season. They've got a record of played 7, won 2, drew 3, scored 9, conceded 9. Only took 8 points from the home games this season, which kind of sees them in 19th place in the home form table. So they're a bit like us. They prefer playing away from home. I don't know what it is with these teams who, like us, who will kind of struggle at home. Whether it's the pressure, the expectations of the home fans, I'm not too sure. But this season they've done well away from home. They have signed some quality players in the summer. Amongst them, some frees and some loans. So amongst them, they've signed Jerry Yates from Blackpool, who we were linked with, of course, a striker, during the summer. Went there for about £2.5 million. They signed Josh Tyman. I think he's a full-back from Stoke for £2 million. They also signed Jamal Lowe, another one who I think we were linked with in the summer as well, on loan from Bournemouth. So 3 decent signings there amongst the other ones that they've got. They did lose some quality players in the summer though. So Joel Perreault, striker, went to Leeds for something like 14 million quid. Michael Obafemi, another striker, went to Burnley for 4 million. And then Morgan Whittaker, another one who we were linked with in the summer, went to Plymouth for £1 million. So, you know, even though they've got some decent players to replace them 2 strikers, I think Obafemi was on loan at Burnley anyway for the best part of last season, but Joel Perreault did score a lot of goals for them last season. But this season, the top performers have been the captain, Matty Grimes, the midfielder, who's got a rating of 7.25, defender Harry Darlin, 7.17, and then the defender Bashir Humphries, who I believe is on loan from Chelsea. He's also got a rating of over 7 as well in the league this year. Top goal scorers is the aforementioned Jerry Yates. He's got 4. Jamal Lowe's got 3, and Matt Grimes has got 2. So, you know, they're going to be a decent side to watch. They've always played lovely football. They've always had that kind of reputation of playing decent football. They have got quite a few injuries, I believe, at the moment. The most notable, I would guess, would be midfielder Joe Allen. He's out with a leg injury. But they have got 4 or 5 players out as well, which, you know, I'm not quite sure how close they are to returning back to the squad. So, like I said, they're a decent side. They play some nice football. You know, it's not going to be an easy game heading down there. As I'll touch on in a minute, our record down there is shocking us to the least. But for us, like I said, we go back to winning Wales with that 3-1 win against Norwich at the weekend. We'll look very good again going forward. Jack Clark and Dan Neil, playing major parts in the 3-1 win. It's no surprise that you can see that amongst our top 3 performers this season, Jack Clark got a rating of 7.75, Dan Neil 7.27, and Ballard 7.21. And that kind of reflects in the goal scoring charts as well. Jack Clark has got 9 this season, top goal scorer in the Championship. Dan Neil's got 3 and Dan Ballard's got 2. So, top performances can reflect in the goals. Injury wise for us, I haven't heard Tony Mowbray's press conference yet, but I'm guessing we're still going to be the same type of squad. I believe Mayenda is now fit, will travel with the team down to Wales, but isn't fit enough to start, so I'm guessing he'll be on the bench. So, but Alessi, there has been some pictures of him being on the training ground this week, so that's positive signs. Pembelia still a few weeks away. Evans after Christmas. Matete is still not ready. Another 3 or 4 weeks away, I would have thought. Ballard and O'Nien are both 1 game away from suspension. Now there was that kind of confusion last week where all the papers and social media were reporting that it was Ballard that got booked, which would have meant he would have missed that game. But like I said on my video, I was at the game, and it was clearly, you would see that it was Ekwa that was showing the yellow card. That was then proved to be the case. So earlier on this week, it was announced that there had been an error. It was actually Pierre Ekwa that got the yellow card. But that now means, because Luke O'Nien got booked, O'Nien and Ballard are both 1 game away from suspension. So they're walking a tightrope, and it might give the opportunity, if they do pick up a booking, in the coming games, then other players will get the chance. So they've got to be careful. But being a centre half, you always run the risk of getting a yellow card. So the team on Saturday, then, like I said, I think it'll be pretty much the same. Me personally, I would like to see Job having a rest. I just think the last few games he looked a bit tired. He still performed well, but I think, like I said, the goal on Saturday kind of came from him trying to do these little fancy flicks and tricks, and it didn't come off. We lost the ball and they went down and scored. So for me, the team on Saturday would be Patterson in goal, Trey Hume, Dan Ballard, Luke O'Nien, Niall Huggins, Dan Neil, Pierre Ekwa, Pritchard taking Job's place, with Roberts, Clark and Rusyn giving another chance up front. For me, Rusyn looked really, really good at the weekend. Never stopped running, put himself about, was making some great runs that just weren't picked out. But again, it's his first appearance. Once the players get used to his style of play and they're working that on the training ground, surely that'll come. And I think it's only a matter of time before he does get a goal. Hopefully he can get it on his second appearance at the weekend. Now, like I touched on, our record against Swansea is absolutely shocking. Well, it's shit, actually, to want of a better word. We lost home and away against them last year. Lost 2-1 away. And then we got beat 3-1 at home. If you remember, that was the game where I think it was Keith Stroud, our favourite referee. Ahmad should have had a penalty. 30 seconds later, they get a breakaway. Luke O'Nien goes flying in on one of their players. Stroud sends him off, gives him a straight red card. We're down to 10 men and we lose 3-1. So, like I say, home and away defeats. We've only won 3 of the last 21 games against them. So in December 2016, the good old times, well, not so much good old times, like it was a relegation battle, but we were in the Premier League. Were we Premier League? Or was it the Championship? Anyway, December 2016, we actually won there 4-2 with Jermaine Defoe scoring a hat-trick. Kyle Norton was sent off for them that day. And then January 2012 is the win before that, with a 2-0 win at home, goals from Stefan Sessegnon and Craig Gardner. Now, unbelievably, the previous win before that was in 1964. A 2-1 win at Vetchfield, goals from none other than Charlie Hurley and Nicky Sharkey. So that just shows you how poor our record is against Swansea. It's absolutely terrible. So, with all that waffle I've just said above there, how does the match pan out? So I think the key battle is going to be in midfield. Dan Neil at the moment is on top of his game. Just shows you when he's not playing, he's a big miss. The game against Stoke, when he wasn't there, the game we lost. He came back in against Leicester, look a different side. Saturday, again, really, really good, and he's grown in confidence, and he's getting better and better with every game he plays, and he's now, for me, the first name on the team sheet. If he can get the better of Matty Grimes in their midfield, I do think we'll stand a great chance of nicking the result. And if Ballard and O'Nien can keep Jerry Yates and Jamal Lowe quiet, then you know we may have a chance of nicking a result. But I do think it's going to be a very even game. Two teams who like to play football. If they come and have a right go at us, it might give us a chance. But I'm going to be boring. I'm going to sit on the fence, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. The current odds for the game: Swansea 8-5. The draw is 12-5. Swansea is 17-10. So for my bet, to try and win a few quid at the weekend, I'm going to go for Harrison Ashby, who's on loan from the Mags. Is currently playing right back for them. I'm going to take him to get booked. He's got to try and keep tabs on Jack Clark, so good luck on that. So Harrison Ashby to be booked, over 11 corners in the game. In the previous 4 games between the teams, there's been over 10.5 corners, so I'm going for that to continue. So over 11 corners in the match. And I'm going to go for Nazairy Rusyn to score his first goal, to score any time, 30-1 with Bet365. So, you know, worth a quid. You know, it's a bit interesting in the game. But like I always say, for God's sake, don't put your mortgage on it. It's just a little bit of frisk in the game. So that's my bet for the weekend. So get your comments and your score predictions in the comments below on this video for a chance to win the SAFC shirt of your choice for next season. Like I say, we're going to have, whoever wins the competition will have a choice, and I'll get you a home or an away shirt. It could be interesting next season with rumours that the old Sunderland badge could be coming back with a Hummel kit. Just what I've heard as a rumour, but you know, if that's the case, then there'll be a lot of demand, and it'll be a nice kind of shirt to have. So here's the score. Here's the current standings. So at this moment in time, congratulations to David Williams and Christopher Mr. Jones, who correctly predicted a 3-1 win against Norwich, which now that leaves the scores on the doors. Sorry, Larry Grayson. The scores on the doors like this. Let's have a look at the overall. Bear with us a minute. I'm being an absolute tit and got the wrong sheet up. So, Kenneth Allen has got 16 points. Kip Vieira 16 points. David Williams 16 points. A 3-way tie at the top. David Maynell with 10. And then Yorkshire Mackham, Christopher Mr. Jones with 7. And then there's 4 people on 6. Bristolian Mackham, David Edwards, Alex Dixon and Brian Greener. So we'll get your score predictions in this video to count for the SAFC shirt. Don't forget we're also running the LU soccer competition as well for the Real Madrid top, which was based on the 4 games. 2 of those games have gone, and there's been 5 goals in total so far. This is where we stand with the current predictions, and you can see where everybody is. So 2 games to go, currently 5 goals, and there's a wide range of predictions on there. So good luck to everybody who's still involved in that. Like I said, you can't submit you can't submit any more predictions. They had to be in before the Leicester game, but that's just an update of where you are and how close you are to win the Real Madrid shirt. But that's about it from me. Like I say, thanks for watching. Watch out for the match review video coming out for the game on Saturday. As always, anybody travelling down to the game, have a safe trip. You know, it's a canny out trip down to Wales, and there's some lads that I know who are getting picked up at 4:45 on Saturday morning for the trip down. So have a safe trip. You know, enjoy the game and have a safe trip home, and just, you know, bring some points back with you. That's all we ask. Trying to get back towards them promotion places. And there'll be an away day guide dropped in the description below. If you don't mind, please like, share and subscribe the video to get it out to everybody that we can. Until the next time, thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Take it away, 17.